Throughout Buddhism's long history, there have been many different interpretations of the Buddhist teachings. Over time, these different views slowly developed into unique traditions of Buddhist thought. Because of this, today we have a rich array of authentic forms of Buddhism to choose from, and despite their differences, all traditions have a shared history. They all originated in India, and they all share the same teacher, the Buddha. Generally, Buddhism can be divided into two main traditions, the Theravada and the Mahayana. The Theravada, meaning doctrine of the elders, is the oldest of the two, who share and preserve a more conventional and historically accurate account of the Buddha and his teachings. Whereas the Mahayana, meaning universal vehicle, is a later tradition built upon the Theravada, who share a more mystical account of the Buddha and his teachings. Today, the Mahayana exists as many sub-schools, including Zen Buddhism, Chan Buddhism, Pure Land Buddhism, and Tibetan Buddhism. The greatest distinction between the Theravada and Mahayana is the language in which each tradition was recorded, with the Theravada tradition being recorded in Pali script and the Mahayana teachings being recorded in Sanskrit. Philosophically, the most significant difference is how each tradition asserts the Buddha's existence. The Theravada assert the Buddha as a supreme human sage who, after his death, is no longer accessible to practitioners. Whereas the Mahayanists assert the Buddha as a universal savior who, after his death, continues to emanate into countless world systems, benefiting and bestowing blessings upon all sentient beings. Tibetan Buddhism is different, for although being a Mahayana sub-school, it is often seen as its own tradition because of its inclusion of Vajrayana or Tantric Buddhism, an esoteric teaching that utilizes a vast array of practices to harness one's mental and physical energies through ritual, visualization, chanting, yoga, and meditation, with the aim of not only attaining enlightenment, but to become a Buddha. I'd also like to take a moment and say a few words about secular Buddhism. Although not a tradition or distinct school in its own right, secular Buddhism is currently becoming a popular and valued approach to the Buddhist thought. Secular Buddhism can be defined as an approach to the study and practice of Buddhism that de-emphasizes its more religious, mystical, and cultural aspects. An approach intended to clarify and demystify the Buddha's teachings by lifting them out of their presumed traditional context. To help understand these different traditions and schools, I'd like to offer an analogy. For myself, I see the various traditions of schools of Buddhism as similar to different flavors of ice cream. Some people may like chocolate, others vanilla. Everyone has their favorite, but in the end, whichever flavor you choose, all ice cream is delicious. Likewise, all of the traditions and schools of Buddhism are the teachings of the Buddha, each one wonderful and capable of leading practitioners to awakening.